America, you are soft as baby poo. In all seriousness, I feel like America has lost its grit. It's lost its mental resilience. And a lot of that is due to the opposition wants you to be soft. It wants you to be fat. It wants you to be sick. But as men, we need to be mentally resilient. We need to be able to handle stress. We need to be able to handle ourselves under pressure, stay calm, cool, and collective. So what I'm going to talk about is my experience in the Marines and in MARSOC at Force Recon on how to build mental resilience, because I'll tell you right now, there's no way you are not getting through that training without developing some serious mental resilience. Just out the gate, I joined the Marine Corps. And well, first of all, it took me almost 2 years to get in because I had a checkered past. I had to get drug waivers. I had to get felony waivers. I had to take the ASVAB 3 times. Yes, I'm going to join the Marine Corps. And then after 2 years of getting in there, 100 letters of recommendation, I go in there, and then training day 7, boom, horizontal butt stroke 47 times because my senior drill instructor was standing right there. Broke my wrist. Got dropped to MRP, Medical Rehabilitation Platoon, and I spent 2.5 months sitting there. And it crushed me. Initially, it crushed me. I wanted to quit. I wanted to throw in the towel. And luckily for me, I had some good leadership that said, you know, let's actually make something out of this. Get educated, learn the ropes, learn how the island worked, learn everything. So when I went back, it was like nothing could touch me. Not that I skated through, but I became the guide. And then usually the guide gets reproduced or replaced a whole bunch. Didn't. I stayed the whole time, ended up graduating company honor grad. Why is that? Because I used that time to become more mentally resilient, to educate myself. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how I've used my past and the things that I've done to become as mentally resilient that I am, so that you can, if you're one of those guys that are still soft as baby poo and you look in the mirror and you take your shirt off and you just look like baby poo, well, maybe you can utilize some of these steps and some of these things to harden the fuck up. All right. So understanding what mental resilience is. Mental resilience is when stress gets to a level, right, you fold. That is not being mentally resilient. When life throws you a problem, all it is a problem that needs to be solved. You becoming more mentally resilient is being able to handle bigger and harder problems. That's it. It's a problem that needs to be solved, period. All right, so here are some key strategies on building becoming more mentally resilient. First things first is you need to have a complete mindset shift. You need to completely stop thinking about the easy way is the best way. And we've all heard this whole thing where we can do this the hard way or we can do this the easy way. Let's do it the hard way. And what I mean by that is this. If you look at everything in your life, all the things that you're most proud of, it's never been sitting on a beach, drinking a Corona, watching the waves. It's not. It's having kids. Super difficult. Raising kids, super difficult. Starting a business, super difficult. Running a marathon, super difficult. Doing a bodybuilding competition, super difficult. Doing an ultra marathon or a Spartan race, super difficult. But those things are the most rewarding things that you've ever done. Maybe it was in the military. Maybe it was a challenge. It doesn't really matter what it is, but I challenge you to change your mindset on what you think is good versus what you think that is actually fulfilling. So if you go with the more challenging operation, the more challenging growth thing that's going to challenge your perspective, it's going to challenge the way that you do something, well, now you're heading into a lane of growth and becoming more mentally resilient. The second thing being stress management. If you can handle stress, and we've all met those people, every single little thing that happens, they just fall apart. The little bit of adversity that you get in life, crumble, fall apart. My stress inoculation is so incredibly high that when chaos is around me, I stay calm, cool, and collective. I think about those days, like getting in a, and I know that not everybody has the ability to just go get in a gunfight overseas. I understand that. But there's a difference between somebody that's in a gunfight that's running around with a chicken with their head cut off, freaking out, and that operator stays calm, cool, and collective through the entire team. He's able to communicate. He's able to think. He's able to pass word. He's able to move as he needs to. That's stress management. How do you do that? Well, before you react to something, you get stressed. Cortisol goes to the roof. Breathe. If this is an everyday life thing, you need to maybe try to meditate. I meditate. Took me 8.5 years to get it down, but I got it down. You have to understand that you need to manage stress. Stress is going to be there, but you have to learn how to manage it. One of my favorites right here. This is my favorite. Number 3. You need to embrace discomfort. Embrace it. It is a gift. Discomfort and challenges is a gift. Think about it like this. When you go to the gym, if you want to put on muscle, you're weight training, right? You're straining, lifting, doing, 65s on the curls. You're benching 275. It hurts. It's ripping your muscles apart. And then you go refeed, and it makes those muscles what? Repair, grow bigger, grow stronger. But first, you have to embrace the discomfort of the training to be able to grow. Well, that is with everything. Becoming more mentally resilient is being comfortable in that uncomfortable situation. Maybe it's an uncomfortable conversation with your wife, an employee, a friend, a family member. Maybe it's just a challenge, doing something that's challenging. The reality is this: you guys absolutely have to embrace discomfort. It's not going to kill you. It's just going to be uncomfortable. But do you want a happy life, or do you want a comfortable one? The next thing is social support. And what I mean by that is your circle. Audit your circle. Look around who's around you. I've said this before. If you got 4 fat friends, you're the 5th. You got 4 broke friends, you're the 5th broke one. You got 4 fit friends, you're going to be the 5th. You have 4 millionaire friends, you're going to be the 5th millionaire. If you want to become more mentally resilient, surround yourself with people that are heading that direction already. You're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Get people around you that will support you having a growth mindset, understanding that stress is nothing more than a problem that needs to be solved. That embracing discomfort is just normal in your circle. And when you have friends like that, it's over. So what can we do? What can we do to build? What are some practical things that we can do? What are things that I do that I continue at 42 years of age, right? And keep in mind, I haven't always been this way, right? I was at my high in the military, and after that, I had a very big low, and I had to rebuild from that low. So it's not like I came out of special operations swinging in this life talking to you right now. Absolutely not. I went from the 240 guy at single-digit body fat to 240 at almost 30% body fat. Feeling sorry for myself and not embracing discomfort and all the things that I knew prior to. So what are the things that I do now? This is the reason why, as cliche as it sounds, things like ice baths, 3 minutes a day in an ice bath, in a cold plunge or an ice barrel, whatever it is that you got. Even the cold shower for 60 seconds at the end of a shower. Is there some health benefits to it? Absolutely. What's the real reason? Embracing discomfort, knowing that if that's the hardest thing that I did today, physically and mentally, the rest of the day is cake. Challenges, Spartan races. Every every 6 weeks to 8 weeks, you should be looking for a challenge. Hey, I'm going to go sign up for that 5K. I'm going to run that marathon. I'm going to do a bodybuilding show. I'm going to do the Crucible. I'm going to go try out for the Agoge Crucible. I'm going to do the Agoge Challenge. I'm going to do something. Set a date, put it on the calendar, train for it, and then go execute it. And that hard thing, like I was talking about before, is going to be the thing that you're like, wow, I'm super proud of that because I stayed disciplined. I kept my promises to myself. I executed the plan. That goes back to what I was saying, the goal setting, and now then being and the achievement of that hard thing. We have to, at the end of the day, you guys have a phone, you have a roof over your head, you're not out hunting for your food. We have a soft life. We have to fabricate this adversity in our life so that we maintain a high level of stress inoculation. We can handle stress as men. And that we understand that discomfort is actually growth. So guys, I challenge you to go find something hard to do. And the more that you do, the more that you challenge yourself, your mind, your body, and spirit, the more mentally resilient that you'll become, and the more that you'll be able to achieve, the better relationship that you'll have with your significant other, the better parent you'll be to your kids, the better leader that you'll be in your working environment. And you'll actually start watching everyone around you going, dang, everybody is so soft. And you will be the top 1%. I would like to know what experiences or challenges that you've done that have helped build your mental resilience, or what you want to do. Drop them in the comments below. Share this with a friend who needs to become more mentally resilient. You guys know the deal. Never quit, never surrender, always forward. We'll see you guys in the next video.